will train non-stop. Some are witty, some are punny. You might groan, but hey, well I thought it was funny. So sit back up, let's seize the day with these coffee chat, you're a laugh away.
Good morning, folks. Time is 10:39 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on the 7th of September, 2025, and of course, that's the 8th for my friends on the other side of the planet, those poor suckers who have already started the work week. My friends in Australia, folks, say hello to everybody in Australia, but let's really pay attention to those folks in Melbourne. That's right. Did I say Melbourne? That's right. The city with the most members of any city worldwide. That's kind of incredible, isn't it? Folks, welcome to Well, I Thought It Was Funny. My name's Lee. I'm the guy who started these groups. There's two of them. And you folks are you, and you are amazing. How do I know that? Well, number one, who else would you be but you? And number two, these groups weren't amazing until you got here. These groups are amazing now because of you. Therefore, you must be the amazing part of that equation. Thank you for being amazing. Thanks for making these groups incredible, my friends. We're sitting at over 855,000 members in our community because there's two groups. 855,000 members. Beautiful folks like you. Beautiful, funny people like you. And you know, that number, that's a lot of people, isn't it? More people than a lot of cities have population. What do I like to call us? Well, if you've been here before, you know what I'm going to say. We are the funniest city on the internet, population us, funny people in a funny place, and we make people laugh. We do, by the hundreds of thousands every day, and that's because of you, not because of me. You're the funny folks. Thank you very much. You rock. Let's see, normally I go right into what's happening today, but I got something else. I found something funny on the interwebs. And then a bit of news of the weird. New snack manufacturer Rewind, out of Europe, I believe the Netherlands, has released a new flavor of chips. 9-volt battery flavor. That's right. Rewind is simulating or attempting to simulate the flavor of the 9-volt battery sting on your tongue using a blend of citric acid, sodium bicarbonate, and mineral salts. These have been released in the Netherlands, and they're planning on releasing it in other European markets soon. Rewind does have some more maybe normal flavors, you might call them, in cheese and onion, tangy sriracha, and creamy paprika, and barbecue and honey. So there's a little bit more normal, I guess, but still, that's kind of neat. If you are in the Netherlands, or if you travel to the Netherlands and you get a chance to try these chips, let me know what they're like. Email me at admin@wellithoughtitwasfunny.com with the lowdown on Rewind's 9-volt chips. You know, folks, if you are in the Netherlands and you run across these chips on the shelves, please send me a message. Let me know if you've tried them, what you think of them. And heck, I wouldn't mind if you sent me a bag. You know, it's mostly air, so it won't cost too much. So if you do see these chips show up on your shelves and you feel like it, DM me. I'll send you my address and I'll send you the money for the chips and the shipping. I wouldn't mind trying them. But if you do try them, just let me know what you think of them. Contact me, leave a message on one of these videos, or email me at admin@wellithoughtitwasfunny.com. Okay, folks, that was something I knew I wanted to try. I found some, funny news that I tried out. Maybe do a little bit more of that going forward. But right now, I want to know about you. I want to know about how your weekend's been. I want to know how your day's going. I want to know what you're doing today. I would love it if you shared any little tidbit about yourself, something about your life, your hobbies, your pets, your plants, maybe a little bit about your village, town, or city where you live. What do you like to do? What have you done this week that was fun? What have you done this week that wasn't fun? Why don't you share a little bit about you on today's video? Why don't you leave a comment? Just leave a comment on today's video with a little tidbit about yourself, and maybe we can feature you tomorrow. I want to make this funniest city on the internet the friendliest city on the internet, and one way we can do that is by getting to know each other a little bit. Myself, well, let's see, today, no big plans. I'm gonna maybe do a little cleaning up around the basement and that. I know Wendy is going to be hanging out with the cousins. They're going to be doing a dinner. They're going to one of these local community lakes that we have in Calgary. And yeah, they're going to have dinner and spend the day out there. I got some things I want to do, some minor things like clean up around here and that, because I've been kind of putting it off for a bit. Just the basement. The house looks good, folks. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing. Now, yesterday, Wendy and I, we went to one of the farmers markets here in Calgary. That was earlier on in the day, and we picked up, we picked up a fantastic pie. It's a raspberry rhubarb pie, so good. And we also picked up a couple of tomatoes, Alberta-grown tomatoes, field tomatoes. And then after that, we did a little more running around, some more shopping outside of the farmers market. And then when we got home, we hung out for a bit, and then we had an early-ish dinner of barbecue hamburgers, cheeseburgers, fantastic. We put a little bit of MSG in the ground beef, friends. I know MSG has a bad name, but it's not deserved, I swear. We put about a heaping quarter teaspoon of MSG in the ground beef. And this is enough ground beef to make about four patties. Mix it up there with a little bit of salt and pepper also. And oh my gosh, does that ever take the flavor? You got a good flavor. It puts it through the roof, my friends. Strongly suggest try a little MSG next time you're making burgers or anything savory, actually. If you're not already cooking with it, just a little bit, just enough. And it's going to boost those flavors. It's not going to change your flavor profile. It's going to boost your flavors. And I tell you, it makes incredibly good cheeseburgers. So anyways, we had those cheeseburgers. We had an early dinner. And then after dinner, we went down to the basement where we got the really nice TV and sound setup and all that. And we watched a movie. What movie do you think we watched? I've seen it twice in 2 weeks, and I talked about it on these videos. That's right, we watched The New Naked Gun, starring Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson. I've already seen it. This is my third time seeing it, but it was Wendy's first time seeing it. And I hope she was going to like it, and she did. She found it really, really funny. And folks, I strongly suggest this movie if you just want an hour and 25 minutes of just silliness. Overall, it was hilarious. I loved it. And like I said, it's my third time seeing it, and I still found it funny. The only thing is, I was anticipating the jokes a bit yesterday. Who cares? I'm so glad that Wendy found it funny too. And like I said, I strongly suggest it. It's out on streaming now, so if you feel like watching something silly, give it a shot. Now, if you're not into those kind of movies, I totally understand it, and you wouldn't find this one. If you didn't like the first Naked Gun, you may not like this. Not because it's the same movie, definitely not. But it's that kind of slapstick silliness, right? Still, very, very funny. I loved it. Third time watching it. I'll probably watch it again. Strongly suggested. We loved it. We had a great time last night watching it. That's what I'm doing today. That's what Wendy's doing today. That's what we did yesterday. What are you doing? Come on, let us know what you're doing. I heard from Rose Glad and I heard from Michelle Finnerty. That's right. Now, Rose Glad shared a fantastic painting with us, folks. I just absolutely love this one here. I'm going to bring it up. Now, Thursday nights are generally painting nights for Rose, and she shares her paintings with us quite often, and I love all of her paintings. The one I'm going to show you is the latest one, and I freaking love it. I absolutely love it. I'm not lying. Here you go. She calls it, appropriately, Van Gogh meets Peanuts. And oh my gosh, that is incredible, Rose. I know I use these terms and I sound like I'm just throwing them out there all the time, like incredible, amazing. I'm not lying. I find this incredibly amazing. I don't have this kind of talent, and I can appreciate it though when I do see it, and I love that. I would put that on my wall in a second. Love that, Rose. Thank you for sharing it. Just blew me away, absolutely. And I'm going to bring that one down here. Now, the next one is from Michelle Finnerty. Michelle Finnerty is one of our most prolific posters and also our newest member of our mod team. And Michelle goes for walks and takes some great photos. She lives on the East Coast of the U.S. I believe she said Massachusetts. And I'm sure I said that wrong. I always trip over that word. And here's another, like she had shared with us just yesterday, or well, the day before yesterday, she shared with us a great photo taken from, or sort of a rainbow shot taken near near sunset. Sorry, I lost my ability to speak there for a moment. She sent in another one, and just a fantastic photo. Like, look at that. That is incredible. Great shot, Michelle. You always take great photos. And this is no exception. This is another great photo. Really appreciate that. Thank you for sharing, of course. We know we want you folks to share. Rose, Michelle, you rock. You both rock, and I really appreciate you sharing the stuff going on there. And Michelle also noted that yeah, it has been humid, but it's starting to, that's starting to taper off. We are going into the fall, so it's going to be a lot more comfortable to do walks, and she takes great photos on her walks too. So Michelle, Rose, thank you so very much for sharing that. I also heard from my buddy Dave Knapp. Dave Knapp, Dave. Dave shares so many jokes with me. Dave also is one of our more prolific posters too. Dave's been with us for a while, and I consider Dave a friend. And I was talking to Dave yesterday, and he shared some great photos with us. Dave shared some great photos from the park. He also shared some fantastic photos of himself with his grandkids. And I just, unfortunately, with Facebook, I can't share photos of kids, like little kids. There's nothing wrong with the photos, folks. I promise. They're just great, great photos. But Dave did share some great photos that I can share, and I'm going to bring those up right away now. I love this picture, Dave. Now, this is, I believe, just before a haircut. Here's Dave with a haircut. I believe it's in progress. Dave, should have stopped here. How's that look? All right. Now they traveled to a park recently, and these are some of the stuff that you found. Photos from the park, some farming equipment. That's pretty damn cool. Some cool looking tractors. Now the next one I really like. I think that's awesome. That's fantastic. There we go. Some more farming equipment. I believe that's a baler, but I'm not 100% sure. And there's some photos of the pond in the park. Through here. What a beautiful scene, eh? Just fantastic. And we're back to Dave with his hair. Dave, I really appreciate that. Like I said, I would have loved to share the photos of you and your and the grandkids, but unfortunately, we would get in trouble. Minor trouble, but a little bit of trouble. I gotta follow those rules. Nothing wrong with those photos, all they were great, and I think that is excellent. Appreciate the photos, Dave. I wish I could have shared more of them, and but I do want you to keep sending them in, and I'll share whatever I can. And folks, I want to hear about your day too. Let me know what's happening. Let me know what happened this weekend. Let me know what's happening today, and let me know what's going on during the week. Just leave a comment on this or any of our videos, and you can share photos. If you want to share a video, which I'd absolutely love it, you do have to actually send that by email. That you can send to admin@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. Just let me know what's happening in the in the title of the email, so I'll get to it as fast as possible. So folks, share your stuff. We want to know about your days. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Rose. Thank you for sharing, folks. And we are the funniest city on the internet. Let's make us the friendliest city on the internet. Let's hear a little bit about you. And as usual, I've got a couple of posts, actually 3 posts that I'd like to share with you. Posts that made me folks that made me laugh this morning. Now, those posts are from Langdon Peterson, Melissa Rindernecht, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, and Morris Mariner. And it's going to be in that order too. These posts made me laugh. That's how they got featured. That's all it takes to have your post featured, just to make me laugh. Now, there's a lot of posts, so that could be tough to get through, but hey, let's bring them up. Let's share the funny. First one here, that's the one from Langdon Peterson. Why are they in front of my face? It just makes it easier later on when I put them on, when I put these videos on TikTok and Instagram. Thank you, Langdon. All right, the next one is from Melissa Rindernecht, I believe is how you say your name. And exactly. Yep. I don't turn over a lot of rocks now because I'm afraid of what I might find, but hey, that's about right. Okay, and the next one from Morris Mariner. I'm a rocker, and this made me laugh. Morris, Melissa, Langdon. Sorry, Landon, not Langdon. I'm changing your name there. Landon. Thank you, folks. I really appreciate your posts. Made me laugh, and that's the most important thing. So I really hope that those made other people laugh too. You know, the reason why we're almost on the verge of 1 million people, it's not because I'm funny. It's because of funny posts like that. Keep them coming in, folks. Those posts are what make us popular. There wouldn't be this many people here if it wasn't worthwhile being here, right? It's only worthwhile being here because of you. Let's keep it going, folks. Hopefully we hit 1 million, but we're only going to hit 1 million with your funny posts. Okay. All right, so, you know, let's see, we got through the posts, we got through what was happening in our days, we got through the introduction, even got through a little bit of news of the weird. So I'm guessing it must be time for the bad jokes. Getting mythology wrong is my Hercules ankle. 7 days without a pun makes 1 week. A photon checks into a hotel and is asked if he needs help with his luggage. Says, no thanks, I'm traveling light. Did you know that Saturday and Sunday are the strongest days? That's right. Monday through Friday are just weekdays. Did you hear about the professional poker player that broke his arm? He's having trouble dealing with it. I know I call them bad jokes, but every once in a while a good joke sneaks through, eh? I really hope at least 1 or 2 of those made you laugh. That's the whole point of telling them. That's the whole point of everything I do in my life, pretty much, is to make people laugh. And hopefully you found 1 or 2 of those jokes funny. Now, I got 3 of the 5 jokes from my buddy Dave Knapp. That's right. 2 of them from an email he sent, and the 3rd one was from a post that he posted last night that I saw this morning that made me laugh. That's 3 of the 5 jokes from my friend Dave Knapp. The last 2 jokes comes from this book from the folks at Dad Says Jokes. This is Dad Jokes, the punny edition. I should know how to read. And I am not affiliated with these folks, but I talk about them all the time because I tell their jokes all the time. If you get a chance, go to @DadSaysJokes on Instagram or on Facebook, and maybe subscribe or like or join their group or page. Why? Because they're funny, and you'll know it'll be the ones that have. This will be what you're looking for when you like this guy here. Not affiliated with them. They don't pay me anything. They don't know I exist as far as I know. But I'm going to show my sources. That's right. I thank Dave for jokes that he sent me. I thank the folks at Dad Says Jokes because I'm using their jokes. And if you send me some jokes, and I want you to, I'll thank you for your jokes too. Send your jokes to jokes@wellitheightitwasfunny.com, and if I use them, you're getting credit. I promise. Why don't you take a moment and record yourself telling 1 of those jokes? That's right, on your phone, on your webcam, audio or video. Heck, you could send an audio cassette if you wanted to, or even a VHS cassette, and I would make that work. Just, I don't expect anyone to do that, but if you do, you'll make my day. And you just have to DM me for my address. Either way, I want to hear your jokes. I want to tell your jokes, and I want you to tell your jokes. Send all of that to jokes@wellitheightitwasfunny.com. Want to help us out and look good at the same time? Head over to store.wellitheightitwasfunny.com, where we've got t-shirts, hoodies, 3/4 sleeve rock shirts. We got coffee cups. We've got to-go cups. We've got stickers. Check it out today, folks. That's store.wellitheightitwasfunny.com. I'm going to wrap up the video, my friends, not before telling you just how much I appreciate every single one of you. I do. I just cannot believe what we've created here. This was a group just to share what I thought was funny originally, and it's become so much more than that and so much funnier than that. All because of you, my friends. You bring the funny every day, and I don't want you to forget the fact that I do appreciate every one of you. Folks, I'm going to be here again tomorrow. Hopefully you're going to be here again tomorrow too. Looking forward to seeing you. Have a fantastic day. All the love.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I think it was funny.
Well, I thought 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 it was funny.